Yo, so today is an exciting day for us. I'm on my way right now to get the keys to our brand new office for our real estate business, for our real estate wholesaling company, home buying company, flipping company, for our rentals. We're getting the keys to our new headquarters here in Miami, so I'm so excited for that. And so I want to take you guys behind the scenes, watch us get the keys, our first day in the office, having our people come in. But I really wanted to make this video because we were a work from home company for almost 2 years, right before COVID, literally 2 months before COVID even was a thing. We decided to go work from home and be all virtual. We had an office before, and we figured we're going to try this out. And we did this for our wholesale business. So we had our salespeople working from home. We had our admins and our assistants working from home and all that. And we just wanted to kind of see how it went, see how our lifestyle changed and everything. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it for a while. It was amazing. But it got to a point that we reached a ceiling. We couldn't get past a certain threshold in our business every month, every quarter in sales. And we figured, let's try going back to the office with our salespeople and see how that goes. In September, we went back to the office. We got a little co-working space here in Miami, and our revenue went up 30%. Our net revenue also went up. So we saw that and we're like, oh shoot, I think that an office space, I mean, the numbers don't lie. 30% is a pretty big number. So we went up 30%. We're like, okay, let's get more serious about this office thing. Then we hired a recruiter and all that. So basically, I wanted to make this video just to show you our new place, really just little bragging rights. But also, I'm gonna talk a little bit about what are the differences between doing real estate working from home and real estate in an office, whether you're a wholesaler, a listing agent, whether you're a flipper or buy and hold person. I'm gonna list you the differences because we've been through both, and I'll see you guys on the inside. So number one, I'm going to talk about when we went virtual, what we did with our sales team. So our sales team, to back up for a quick second, in our wholesale business are the people who get on the phone with the homeowners. When somebody says, I want to sell my house cash, through our Google advertising or through text messages or cold calling, however we do our marketing, when someone says, I want to sell my house fast cash, they either submit their info, and then our sales team will get on the phone with them, go through our proven, perfected sales script, and make an offer on their property to be able to get their house at a discount. So what we did with our sales team was, it was all through Zoom. So every morning we had a daily huddle, all through Zoom when we were virtual. So we had 3 salespeople at that time, and all we did was get on the morning huddle on a Zoom call. It was 10 minutes. We'd go over some numbers, like how many calls they did, how much talk time, how many offers they made, things of that nature. Sorry, I'm looking for it, guy. I'm driving. Things of that nature, and it worked out. The bottleneck on being virtual with our sales team was mainly the accountability. It was really hard to see what they were saying on the phone unless we listened to every call. It was hard to see if they were like on time, if they were actually working like really hard, or if they were just kind of finagling around through their day. But nonetheless, that's what we did with our sales team. We also have one-on-one meetings every week for 30 minutes with each of our salespeople. We did that through Zoom. And then we have a weekly meeting with the full sales team on Wednesdays for an hour to go over their pipeline, how many deals they're pending, how many contracts out, can we help them convert any deals. So we had some good months that we made 6 figures in revenue every month, all working from home. And that's amazing. But the challenges was mainly the accountability, okay? When you're in person, there's something different about having someone next to you, hearing what they're saying on the phone, seeing their struggles, or just like telling them right away, like, yo, I heard you on that call. How do you think you could improve? How would you want that call to end? What can you do differently? Like asking and having that conversation with your team or your salesperson, or maybe you have one acquisitions rep, maybe it's just you right now, but having that conversation with yourself or with your people constantly is what really makes all the difference to improve your skills a ton to be able to get the most amount of deals. The second challenge we had was recruiting. So we realized if we want to be $1 million a month wholesale company, which is what our goal is, we need about 20 to 25 sales reps. That's the model that we're doing it. I know some people do it with only 3 or 4 sales reps. That's not the way that we're going. We're doing it, we're expanding, we're doing a bigger way to do it. So to get 20, 25 sales reps, we tried to do it. We hired a recruiter, we were getting people coming in, and we were doing the training on Zoom. That was tough. Okay, that was really tough, because when someone's new and they're calling on the phone by themselves, maybe they haven't done real estate before, maybe they haven't done much phone time before. When they're doing that, you really need an inspiration. You need somebody next to you to so you can ask them questions, hear what they're saying on the phone. So trying to replicate that virtually and in an office was hard. The way we tried to do it was, our top guy, Marco, would, let's say somebody new comes in, you were to start working with us as a salesperson to call homeowners and make offers. We would set up a Zoom link with Marco and that other person, and Marco would just work and make calls in front of them on Zoom, and this other person would just listen and shadow and then ask questions at the end. So we tried that for a while, and it brought us about one good person that stayed with us for about a year. We did a bunch of deals. So it wasn't a complete fail, but to get to 20, it was going to take exponentially longer. Since we've been in the office for 4 months, we've already gotten 4 new people, and we have about 1 new salesperson starting every week. My favorite part about being virtual was definitely the lifestyle aspect, okay? When you could wake up, work from home, go and walk your dog without any repercussions, and just kind of live a little bit more free. I loved that. Don't get me wrong. It was a tough decision to get back into the office, but ultimately I love money more than a little bit of freedom or walking my dog whenever I want. I don't even like to walk my dog. Don't tell my girlfriend. I don't even like to walk. So I figured I like money more. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make substantially more money if we go back to the office and if I get the team to buy in. So that's ultimately the decision we made. It was really just strictly a P&L, profit and loss, number decision. Some of the pros about being virtual was that it taught me how to build systems for my admin, for my assistant, for the dispo, for the TC side, a lot better. So from this whole experience, I hired my assistant, Lydia, and she is in Mexico. So she was virtual. I figured, hey, if I'm going to be virtual, I'd rather just get somebody from a different country and for a lower rate, but just get a high qualified person. So we pay Lydia under $10 an hour, but she gets a lot of bonuses and stuff. She's very qualified to do her job. And what it taught me was how to be, as a leader, as a boss, how to create systems so that if people are not next to you in the office, things get done, okay? So that was a beautiful thing that I learned with going the virtual route. So I'd highly recommend to think about that, right? I'm not saying, hey, the only way to do this is in office. No. So I definitely think there's a way to do it virtual. These are just some of the lessons I learned, but it was amazing because I learned how to delegate virtually, do things, use Slack, Google Sheets, checklist, and all that shit helps so freaking much even now. So now that we have the office, things are running even a lot smoother than I thought. So what's the overall lesson I learned, and the overall lesson that you can take away from this is it's okay to go virtual. If that's really what you want your lifestyle to look like, do it. In this business and wholesaling, I think you can go virtual and make up to 1.5 to 2 million gross a year. It's typically what I've seen virtual wholesale companies make. If you want to go above that, it's be very challenging. However, anything is possible. So if you were to stay virtual, then what I would do is do very high accountability. You have to meet with your team daily, twice a day. We would meet with our team in the morning, in a morning huddle, and then I would do a one-on-one call with the main people in the afternoon. So if I had 2 salespeople, I'd meet with them in the morning for 15 minutes, and then I would call them individually at around 5 or 6 p.m. just to see how their day went. So it's a ton of accountability if you're going virtual. I'd also focus on recruiting, but I'd funnel it down to really try to get the best people. So that's pretty consistent even with when you have an office. However, when it comes to virtual, you really got to get people that are self-motivated, you like, and you can trust. So in this model of being in the office, we could just hire one person a week as long as they fit their core values and as long as they want to dial and do all the things they got to do. We can hire them, and even if they're not performing the best, we can just have them in the office and breed them. But to do that virtually is very hard to breed somebody with not being next to them, not having that person-to-person connection. So I would still recruit, but focus very narrowly on finding someone that is a really, 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 really good fit, and try not to recruit too many people. It'll be a distraction. Ultimately, if you're getting admin or if you're getting dispositions or transaction coordination, that's a pretty virtual job, honestly. Even now that we're in the office, our dispo, she's out of the office, and my assistant is out of the office. So I think that could be out of an office very easily, no matter if you're doing 100 million, 10 million. I think that you can do out of the office for admin and TC. So ultimately, it was a great experience for me to do that. But now I'm going back in the office, and we're going to, we really just want a 10X, and we couldn't figure out a way to do it all virtually. And I didn't want to have the patience to do that. I'm like, let's just get a badass office. Let's make the environment really cool, really fun, so that we're excited to go in there. And let's just be excited to all grow this thing. Let's roll in the same direction. So hope you guys like this. I'm going to take you behind the scenes now, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Check out this view. Brainstorm room right here. This is where all the ideas will be flowing. All the ideas be flowing, everything.